Hey guys, it's Sunday again, and as I always say, you know what that means? It means Sci-Fi Sideshow here. I'll be meeting you. Before we get started, when you were little, were you told dreams could come true? I know I was. So I'm telling you now, dreams do come true. My very first episode was a film with Superargo, and I said there at the end, I loved it. And one day wanted to see the sequel. Well, now we're going to see the sequel. So dreams do come true. It's Superargo and the Faceless Giants from 1968. And let me tell you, I'm excited. This movie is going to be fantastic. Why do I know it's going to be fantastic? Because they did it on Riff Tracks. So if Riff Tracks did it, you know it's good. That's at least how I live my life. Because the only person that truly knows if a movie is good is you. You can read 1,000 reviews and listen to 1,000 critics. But at the end of the day, only you know if it's good. And this movie is good. So, with that being said, it once again stars Giovanni, who has a last name. He doesn't go by just Giovanni. But I am not good at pronouncing foreign names. Never have been, never will be, and I don't like to look like an ass. So it's Giovanni. He comes back as Superargo, and as you know, he did a very good job. You never get to see his face, but he does a really good job. And then you've got Guy Madison. He plays the bad guy, Professor Juan. Now, I don't know if any of you will recognize him. It took me a little while, but it didn't click until I looked it up on the old internet database. He did a lot of old movies back in the day, westerns and stuff like this, Fantasy Island, so you probably will recognize him and be one of those, I know that guy, but you will never pop, I know what I saw him in. It's probably not going to happen, but you'll be like, yeah, Paul was right, I do recognize him. And then Luisa Barada, very, very beautiful woman, plays Claire. She is she's in the movie and hangs out with Professor Wong. I'm going to leave it at that. And then Aldo Sambrello, or Sambrell. I got my cheat notes over here. I'm not a professional, so when you see me looking down, y'all probably figured it out by now. I write stuff down. So Aldo Sambrell plays Camille. Camille is a awesome character. It's really cool. This movie, I don't understand. I think this is a superb film. I know y'all are probably going to think I've lost my mind, but this movie is very, very good. I would give anything to see this movie remastered along with the first one and put on Blu-ray. Hey, there's a collection right now you can buy of the Samson films, so why not do that to Superargo? I would give anything for a Blu-ray copy of these two films. It would make my day. But with that being said, kick back and relax. Don't need any enhancements for this movie because this is a good movie. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. And then we'll meet back here when it's all said and done. So, enjoy! Alright guys, so, did you enjoy it? Maybe some of you didn't enjoy it as much as I did, but boy, I sure did enjoy it. It was fantastic. So, what did we have? Well, it started off like the other one did, wrestling. That's right, good old-fashioned wrestling. So no one died this time. Last time Argo was in the ring, he killed somebody. This time it was just two wrestlers wrestling. And as somebody who grew up in the kayfabe era, I love old school wrestling. So that was enjoyable. And then that's where we find out, there's something going on. Overcoat guy looks suspiciously suspicious. And sure enough, they're kidnapping people. What for? We don't know yet. But we come to find out later, it was the Faceless Giants they were making. Really cool looking guys too. Those costumes are really cool. They looked like they were going to rob a liquor store though, with the hose they had on, their noses were smushed. But with the exception of that, the costumes were cool. I could have gone with a little less volume on that beeping sound when they were active, a little low on the beep. But other than that, I mean, still I enjoyed the film. There's not going to be any complaints of anything I say. So don't think I'm nitpicking. It's just small little things. But they were kidnapping people. And then Secret Service guy, I want Superargo's help. So he goes to Argo's people. Hey, can I borrow Superargo? Sure, why not? Let's go talk to him. So they go to talk to him, and he's floating in midair. Why? Because he's got a guru now. Oh, yes. Khmer, the guru. Oh, Khmer's cool. Spanking people with knowledge is what he did. Because they came in, he's like, oh, go open the door. Because he could sense they were coming. So what does he do? He comes in, shows all this cool thing. He could break the vase. Oh, it's magic. Oh, it's not magic. It's science, he said. He slapped him out with knowledge. Then he basically called him out and said, you know, if you guys weren't so stuck up and would open your minds, these two could be available to everyone. So it was awesome. I like Khmer. Khmer was awesome. Hung out with him the whole movie. It was great. So, but yes, it's magic, not science. So he says, I'll have one condition. I'm totally in charge. Guy got a bug up his ass. No, you can't do that. I'm in charge. So forget it. Then his boss got a hold of him and gave him some knowledge. Get Superargo on the case because he's the man. So, you know right there and there, it's going to be awesome. I love the movie. It was very entertaining, you know. There was one weird thing, though. You know, later on down the road in the movie, their friend got brainwashed to kill Argo. And she got the gun and killed him. Well, sorry, I messed that up. He didn't get killed. She shot him. He said if he wasn't wearing his bulletproof costume, he would have been killed. I could have sworn that last movie, only electricity hurt him. So I guess he can be killed. As long as if he's not wearing a suit, which he was always wearing a suit, so I'm pretty sure nothing's ever going to harm him. But this time around, the electricity is what killed the robots, the Faceless Giants, who were being made, by the way, as we all know, from the people they were kidnapping. I like how they wanted to follow them back to their base. So what did? They put somebody in Argo's costume and let him get captured. I thought for a minute there, that's a little irresponsible. He could get hurt. He's got nothing to do with this. But we have to move the plot along somehow, so it's perfectly fine to do. So they follow him back, and we get to see them trops along, and I do believe that's when Khmer fell into the quicksand and got rescued. Now, when I was a kid, I was always scared. Oh, I'm going to fall into quicksand. I'm going to fall into quicksand. Because I thought quicksand was real. And now that I have the internet, I looked a couple years ago about quicksand. Hollywood quicksand is just Hollywood quicksand. So I don't ever have to worry about walking through the woods of Wisconsin and falling into quicksand. Maybe a sinkhole or a snowbank I could fall into. But quicksand, not going to happen here. So, but that quicksand comes back in a minute. But and then one of my favorite scenes, though, the coolest scene that I thought for myself in the movie was when he was killing the guys with that car. Kind of reminded me of the car from Animal House there at the end, causing all the havoc. You know, he was cutting them with the little fin sticking out and running them over. I was like, oh man, Argo is really kicking ass, and he's not even using his hands or a gun. He's hitting them with that car. That was awesome. And it wasn't his Jag. It was his. It would look like an old Chrysler. I don't know, Italian cars. I don't know. But it was a really good movie. I really enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it. Before we go, I gotta bring up the quicksand. I forgot. That's where Dr. One met his demise, in the quicksand. He got what he deserved. Which leads me to what else I also forgot. I'm a very forgetful guy. When he got captured and he wanted those guys to chop his head off, and he was going with his eyes and saying, they couldn't kill him. He kept saying, kill him, and they couldn't do it. I wondered why he didn't use that Obi-Wan stuff on Dr. Wan and be like, hey, just let me go, bro. But he didn't, and, well, that's how it goes. But it was a very good movie. I liked it. I wish, like I said earlier, I wish they would re-release these. These are classics. I don't care what anybody says. I'll fight them. These were very good movies. For what they are, they're top-notch. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And stick around because I got 2 random videos and I hope you enjoy them. I got some pretty good feedback from last week's for the music part 1. So I tried to sneak another 70s song in there. Hope you like it. It might be too soft. I don't know. But I hope you enjoy it. So until next time, enjoy watching B-Movie TV every day. And have a good night.